There has never been more controversy surrounding professional golf than there is today. First, the PGA Tour completely condemns the Saudi-funded LIV Golf League. Shortly after, huge PGA stars make the move to LIV for incredible amounts of money the PGA could never hand out. But then something happened that shocked the entire sports world. Arch enemies, the PGA Tour and LIV Golf, have agreed to join forces and merge together. How could this possibly happen? None of it makes any sense. Well, actually, it sort of does, and it all boils down to the efforts of one key person. This is the story of the true mastermind behind LIV Golf. There has been a long-standing divide in professional golf, and LIV Golf has played a significant role in exacerbating this division. One of the main reasons for this divide is the fact that golfers associated with LIV Golf receive substantial financial support from Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which is under the control of the controversial Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, often referred to as MBS. MBS's actions have sparked considerable controversy and criticism. Notably, he initiated the war in Yemen, which the United Nations has labeled the most severe man-made humanitarian crisis globally. The conflict has resulted in millions of people facing famine, with over 150,000 fatalities and nearly 15,000 civilian deaths due to airstrikes. MBS's kingdom actually ranks among the top 5 countries in terms of the number of executions. In 2019 alone, MBS's security forces acknowledged beheading 37 Saudi individuals. Given this alarming background, it raises questions about how someone with such a contentious reputation could establish a new golf league and attract some of the sport's biggest names. The answers to all your LIV and PIF questions lies in Yasir Al-Rumayyan, who holds the key to understanding LIV Golf and their rapid success. The golf world has recently become closely acquainted with Yasir Al-Rumayyan, a globe-trotting Harvard educational golf obsessive who appears poised to become the most powerful person in the professional game. As the governor of Saudi's PIF, the largest sovereign wealth fund globally, Al-Rumayyan has long held a position among the most influential individuals worldwide. In a surprising turn of events that resolved legal disputes between the involved parties, Al-Rumayyan has now emerged as the prospective chairman of a new collaboration between the PGA Tour and the PIF. In addition, he will also hold a seat on the PGA Tour board. Alongside the considerable financial investments from the PIF, this grants him significant authority if he chooses to exercise it. While specific details regarding the agreement remain unclear, including the Saudi expectations and their level of contribution, one thing is evident: Al-Rumayyan now holds a position of prominence in the world of golf. Now, a decade ago, Al-Rumayyan would not have been considered a leading candidate for a global power player. Initially finding success as a mid-level investment banker, he eventually ascended to the position of CEO at Saudi Franzi Capital, where he successfully transformed the struggling investment bank into one of Saudi Arabia's most profitable firms. In 2015, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman took notice of Al-Rumayyan's impressive performance. The Crown Prince had grown weary of the kingdom's long-standing practice of investing its oil reserves in safe yet low-return U.S. Treasury bonds. To diversify Saudi Arabia's economy and reduce its dependence on oil, he formulated the Vision 2030 plan, which included an ambitious investment strategy centered around the PIF. The Crown Prince was in need of someone to lead this endeavor. Al-Rumayyan recalled in a 2020 interview with investor David Rubenstein, "I believe the Crown Prince had heard about me and I received the call." He initially anticipated an interview, but things escalated much quicker than he expected. Even when the Crown Prince asked, "When can you start?" Al-Rumayyan requested 3 months, only to be met with a firm response of, "No, it's 1 month and you will do it." Presently, Al-Rumayyan oversees a vast and diverse portfolio. He serves as chairman of Aramco and English soccer club Newcastle United, in which the PIF required a controlling stake in 2021 for over $400 million. Additionally, the PIF invested $40 billion in the SoftBank Vision Fund, a move recommended by Al-Rumayyan to the PIF board. As a result, the fund invested $3.5 billion in Uber, and Al-Rumayyan now holds a position on Uber's board. All of these substantial moves tell us one thing: Al-Rumayyan is more of a dealmaker than an investor. With control over approximately $700 billion in assets, Al Ramayan has expressed his ambition to reach a staggering $2 trillion. He embodies the Crown Prince's bold investment approach, but does so with a calm and unassuming demeanor that earns him favor with executives worldwide. This quality proves vital as the kingdom endeavors to shed its repressive regime image, while Western executives navigate the balance between brand risks and the benefits of accessing Saudi capital. Al Ramayan acts as a mediator between the corporate West and Saudi Arabia and seamlessly navigates between these two worlds. Undoubtedly, his wavering loyalty to MBS and his ability to traverse these two worlds with ease are among his greatest assets. Khalid Al-Jabri, a health tech entrepreneur and cardiologist who has been exiled from Saudi Arabia, where two of his siblings are political prisoners, said some of his investments, like SoftBank and Uber, have encountered difficulties. However, due to the high-profile nature of deals such as the PGA, LIV, and Newcastle United, Al Ramayan is increasingly recognized as a potent figure responsible for projecting the kingdom's brand on a global scale. This has garnered significant popularity for him within Saudi Arabia. Al-Jabri emphasized, as a money man for MBS, it is crucial to comprehend that a substantial portion of the value he brings through investments is not merely monetary. It encompasses influence, rebranding, image rehabilitation, and essentially whitewashing human rights violations. As the golf world grapples with the implications of the deal, a crucial question remains unanswered. What are Al Ramayan and Saudi Arabia aiming to achieve through their investment in this sport? Various theories have emerged, including the concept of sports washing, exerting influence over Western CEOs, or simply seeking enhanced involvement in a game beloved by its leaders. Throughout the tumultuous journey of LIV Golf, critics have suggested that it served as a means of sports washing, drawing parallels to similar efforts by countries like Qatar, China, and Russia. However, there are others who argue that Al Ramayan never viewed golf as a tool to cleanse Saudi Arabia's reputation or conceal its human rights record. Instead, the PIF's involvement in golf has only brought attention to the Saudi government's wrongdoing. Al Ramayan never saw golf as a gateway to Western business opportunities. Yet, it remains challenging to understand where Al Ramayan's professional interest of golf merges with his professional obsession for the game. While golf holds a distinctive position in the corporate realm, some within Al Ramayan's circle believe that his genuine passion for the sport is equally responsible for Saudi Arabia's investment in golf. Al Ramayan's profound personal interest in LIV Golf, an endeavor into which the PIF invested a minimum of $2 billion, offers a glimpse into how he may approach his role as chairman of the newly established PGA Tour LIV board. When the future of LIV became uncertain due to controversial remarks made by Phil Mickelson last year, Al Ramayan rallied employees during a call, motivating them to persevere, assuring them that the tour will eventually launch. During LIV Golf's events, Al Ramayan engaged in conversations with golfers and participated in Pro-Am rounds paired alongside LIV players and celebrities. Prior to LIV's inaugural tournament, Al Ramayan personally announced to players that anyone who achieved a remarkable feat of shooting a score of 54, symbolizing LIV in Roman numerals, which translates to a birdie on every hole of a par 72 course, 4 strokes better than the PGA Tour record, would receive a substantial $54 million bonus. The one thing that has remained consistent through Al Ramayan's presence on the golf scene is the insane amount of money he and the PIF are willing to throw into the game of golf. Sitting next to PGA Commissioner Jay Monahan on a CNBC set, Al Ramayan offered few specifics on what he would do in his new role other than commit billions of dollars of PIF investment. Having already upturned professional golf after years of trying to enrich Saudi Arabia and spread its influence with extreme measures, he could be sure of one thing: the way we're doing our partnership, it's going to be really big. So big that the Department of Justice will investigate the announced deal between the PGA Tour and the Saudi fund LIV Golf, according to a report by the Wall Street Journal. The report states that the Justice Department has already informed the PGA Tour of its intentions to review the deal, citing concerns related to antitrust regulations. While the investigation was somewhat expected, its occurrence could potentially prolong the proposed partnership between the PGA Tour, LIV Golf, and the Europe-based DP PGA World Tour and potentially even disrupt the deal entirely. Now, the deal seems very vague and the majority of the details have yet to be released, but Al Ramayan has made a commitment to those featuring in the $25 million LIV event in Valderrama that LIV Golf is full steam ahead with plans for 2024. Despite the recent framework agreement between the PGA Tour and the Public Investment Fund, which gives the PGA Tour control over professional golf, Al Ramayan has assured players that LIV Golf will continue and thrive in the future. During a discussion with players, Al Ramayan assured team captains that the league is here to stay, even though the framework agreement allows PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan to decide its future. It is this specific detail that raises significant concerns for the LIV talent. Several top players from LIV Golf have expressed to Al Ramayan that they have no intention of returning to compete regularly on the PGA Tour. This stance by LIV golfers has raised concerns about the validity of the controversial framework agreement that aims to establish a pathway for players to return to existing tours after participating in LIV Golf. Many LIV members are determined to remain committed to the Rebel Tour, dealing a blow to the PGA Tour's hopes of enhancing their fields by allowing LIV golfers to participate in their events next year. Players like Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, and Sergio Garcia have shown little interest in making future appearances on the PGA Tour. They prefer to focus solely on LIV Golf, which currently offers 14 events and includes eligibility for all 4 majors. According to a Sports Illustrated report, Yasir Al Ramayan has indicated to players that LIV Golf will continue into the future, saying, "LIV Golf is my effing baby." Thanks for watching our video. If you haven't yet, drop us a like, leave us a comment, and if you're looking for more golf content, don't forget to subscribe.